Hello everyone, today we are going to be doing a project based off of the artist Jacob Lawrence. He was an African American artist who created images of people in the workforce and tools that were used for work. So tools that a carpenter or a construction worker would have created, someone who was like a craftsman. So think about tools that would be on a workbench. So we're going to choose one tool, and it doesn't have to technically be a workbench. It could also be a tool that you have at your desk, like scissors or rulers. I'm going to be using, a hammer for my example, but you can use any kind of tool that you see around on a workbench. So let's start off. We're going to draw a lot of these, so just make sure it's something that you can draw several times. So I'm going to start by drawing my first hammer. I'm going to have it go off my page a little bit, but it's going to start off round at the bottom, go up so it's a little skinnier. I'm going to end it, and then I'm going to do the head of the hammer. I'm going to kind of go out a little bit, kind of curve it back, and then it's going to go back. And then at the end of the hammer, there's usually a part where it can take a nail out of a wall or a piece of wood. So I'm going to add that in there. Then I'm going to connect it to my handle. So I'm going to do this a few times. When I'm drawing my hammer, you want some of your hammers to overlap. So having one hammer and then another hammer on top. So I'm going to do another one right here. So it's going to be going that way. You can have your hammers of different sizes. So your tool could be different sizes. So this one's a little smaller. So that's two. And keep drawing them. Let's see if I have another one right. I'm going to turn my paper so it's easier to draw. Turn it again. Get really big. So right now I've only drawn, this will be my fourth one. So it's kind of skinny neck. That's all right. I'm going to do another one. I got to sharpen my pencil again. We're good now. All right, so I'm going to do another one. Maybe another small one. Maybe I'll do another big one. Just make sure when you're cutting through something that it matches up on the other side so it doesn't look all wonky. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I want to add at least 2 more. So I would say you want to have at least 8 to 10 or 7, I would say 8 to 10, 8 to 10 of your objects. So try to make them different sizes. You can make small ones, like I said. I haven't really made any tiny ones. Let's do a tiny one. 7, and I'm going to do one more. I think it's going to be behind these ones. So that's 8. So somewhere between 8 and 9. All right. Next, we're not going to outline this piece because this piece is going to be focused on emphasis. So what is emphasis? Emphasis is when you want to have something stand out in your picture. So we are going to choose one hammer or one tool in our collage to have stand out. So for this, I'm going to be using color pencils. So now I'm going to start coloring. Make sure you choose one of your tools that you drew. So I drew hammers, so I'm going to choose one hammer to make my emphasis on, my focal point. I'm going to choose this hammer since it was my first hammer. You can decide whatever color you want to make it, just only color one. So I found this silver. So I'm going to color silver for the top of my hammer. Does it have to be realistic? No, it does not have to be realistic. Now I do have some black here that I'm just going to add a little bit on to shade it. Now if you want to try shading, you can. It's not a great pencil to do it with. Where did I put my pencil at? I lost it. You can also use just a pencil. Pencil is a good gray too. So for my handle, I'm going to use red. They're this reddy orange color I found. I found this darker red. The neater that you color, I kind of messed up there, the better it's going to look. So if you can add shading and you want to try add it, I'm just coloring some around the edge just to make it look like it's more round. And that's my project. So make sure you're only coloring one of your tools.